and the girl who loves the sea. It calls me.
Emakosini, greetings to all. It's been a while since I've done any teachings. It's been hectic for me. I've been busy. I never had a chance to do, all these YouTube teachings. However, pre-recorded sessions are available for purchase. If you have sent an email and you have not received maybe a course guide, please resend your email and let me know, because my assistant has been off sick and some other things I did not receive them. Okay, so I would like you to please resend your request on the available spiritual courses, and then I'll take it from there, because there's quite a lot now from what I told you on the other video. Okay, so today I would like to talk about a few things. Note that most of my videos I do use isiZulu and also English, so that it can benefit as well people who do not understand isiZulu. Okay, remember that I do have Abantwana beDlozi, people who are coming from other states, in America, in other places as well. So I have to be accommodative to everyone. So if you have a problem with me using English, please do understand that it's not only this, that my spiritual teachings are not only to benefit people who are Amazulu. Okay, there are other people as well in other cultures as well that needs to understand, because remember, we're all spiritually gifted, and I have to use a language that everybody else can understand. Hence, even my pre-recorded sessions are done in English. So when you're requesting to purchase a pre-recorded session, please do know that it is done in English. Okay, I almost said Isingisi. Oh gosh, it's done in English. So when I do my teachings here on YouTube, I will sometimes use isiZulu, sometimes I will use English. It depends what language, what spirits it comes through. Okay, so please understand and bear with me on that one. And another thing before I start with the teaching, I would like people to refrain from using specific words when they are addressing me via email or via WhatsApp. Okay, remember, I'm a spiritually gifted person professionally as well. So when you're sending me an email or perhaps a WhatsApp, know that it needs to be in a more professional manner. Okay, and when we're talking about professional manner, greeting first. You have to greet. There are people who just don't greet. Okay, and I never respond to that. Someone won't greet and say, "Can you tell me that and that and that and that?" Then no, you are really disrespectful. I don't know in whatever levels, and I'm not going to reach there because I always talk about that. When I'm talking about being professional, I'm talking about greeting and stating maybe your name and your purpose of writing that email or WhatsApp. Okay, and what help are you asking for? Is it because you want to purchase some items on my online store? Is it because you want to purchase some pre-recorded sessions? Hence, I did explain on the other video that there are spiritual courses that I don't do on YouTube teachings. However, they are available for privately. Okay, state that, right? So please refrain from sending hi and you expecting a response, because I don't have time, Bantwana beDlozi, and my assistant as well only responds to something that is clear. So don't talk like you're talking to your friend or your cousin or whoever, like, hi, you expecting a response. How are you doing? You expecting a response. No, okay, please just state emakosini, or good morning gogo omkhulu, or greetings emabalabala. That is very professional. My name is so and so from, I would like assistance in what, or I would like to do that is being professional. So refrain from using words like hi love, hi dear, okay love. And no, guys, please be professional. don't undermine who I am as I do not undermine other people. I know that there are people who are just used to using those words, okay? Understand where you are sending. It's a professional place, and be professional, okay? So there are people who use those words and you sense in their energies it's really undermining you, okay? It's like they are looking down on you, or I don't even want to go there. So I don't want to make this long, just to explain that. Just be professional. State your reasons. Greet. Stop sending hi, hey, and all of those things. I'm not going to respond to that. My assistant, I've trained her as well not to respond to any of those messages. But then this is a herbal this is a traditional spiritual practice. So please be professional and state your reason as to why you are emailing or sending your WhatsApp, so that you can get a more clear response from me. Okay. So, and also note, I operate as from 8 in the morning until 3 p.m. After 3 p.m., I do not respond to any emails. I do not respond to any WhatsApp, because I have to deal with my own personal things, okay? I'm not just a healer. I'm a parent as well. I'm a businesswoman at the same time. So there are other things that I need to attend to. So after 3 p.m., refrain from sending WhatsApp and demanding to be responded to at that same time, because those are not my operate. I don't operate after 3 p.m. I operate from Monday up until Saturday. I do not work on Sundays. Okay. My Sundays I'm closed. I don't operate. So I think I've covered that. And also importantly, I've said this in some of the videos, I do not consult or offer any spiritual mentorship or any energy healing or spiritual healing to underage children. I'm talking about people who are under 18, okay, without a concern of a parent or a guardian. So please stop sending me a request, because my spirit will tell me that you are a minor. So stop sending me requests asking for dream interpretation, asking for consultations and all of that without the knowledge of your guardian or your parents, So, because professionally, that is how I work. Because at the end of the day, you might be spiritually gifted, yes, but at the end of the day, you will need assistance from your parents. Should it be that your parents do not believe in ancestors or there, but unfortunately, I cannot assist you in that, because I cannot consult a minor. Because some children have this tendency of, they know that they're spiritual gifted, they have dreams, they are told about they visit them and tell them everything, and then they come at home and want to take over. They do not want to respect their parents, and they now would want to take over. No, abantu abadala said, and you can't overpower your parents at the same time. If you are still a minor, you have to respect your parents. Okay, even if you are not a minor, it does not mean if you are spiritually gifted, then you must stop respecting your elders. You only receive respect as well if ever you give respect at the same time. So that is the challenge, that when it comes to these kids, these teenagers, they'll want to consult, and at the end of the day, they'll go and be rude in their families and say, yes, I told you I have this gift, and now 1, 2, 3, 4. I do not want to be part of any family feud of drama. Okay, so I don't consult minors who are younger than 18. So please, if you are a minor, I cannot give assistance. However, if there's something that you would like to purchase, I'm talking about inspirational code books or whatever, I can assist you in that. But in spiritual work, energy work, and also consultation, no, all right, having said that, today I will just talk about curses, because I can see there's a lot of people who still experience curses and they do not understand that it's a curse. Okay, it can be a generational curse, it can be a spiritual curse, or any other types of curses. Okay, they're not aware that whatever life situation that they are going through, it's actually a curse. So I want to discuss a bit more about curses and the different types of curses. And also, I would like to talk about, it's very important to know where your gift come from. Okay, you're spiritually gifted. Know where does that dream come from, so that it will be easier for you to communicate with that spirit that is eliphila kuwe with that gift. Okay, so you need to know, because some of the challenges that you are facing is that you don't know where the gift is coming from. So you don't even know how to call upon the right ancestors. Okay. Also, I would like to talk about, relationship amongst siblings, sharing a mom. Perhaps you have different fathers, but you're sharing a mom. In instances like you have problems maybe at home, family problems and anything, and then you go and consult as a family, as siblings, and then you get help, and then your other brother or sister, their things starts to open up faster than you, and then you start hating, jealousy, and all of those things. You need to understand that you might be born from the same mother, but you have different fathers, meaning you are siblings, but your other sibling as well, they have another bloodline that runs in their system, their father's side of the paternal side of the family, as well as you. Okay, so it must not be a problem that perhaps the paternal side of the family, it's a clean lineage, clean ancestors, that come with wealth, prosperity, and open up izinto. And then you get jealous because when maybe your side of the family, your paternal side of the family, there are too many curses, there are too many, distractions and obstructions that is causing you in actually for your ancestors to be able to open up things for you. Then ubona izinto zakho ngakhona seyihamba kancane, and then you start to think, why is it that so and so their things are opening up, but we did the same ritual, but for my side it's not, and yet we are siblings. It does not work like that. Okay, understand that you have another bloodline. I'm going to talk about that. Then your siblings had a bloodline as well. And then I'll also talk about crystals. Okay, there are still more and more people who do not understand the importance of having crystals as a spiritually gifted people. Crystals are not ubuhlalo bedlozi. Because I also had abantu bebezothi, hey gogo, what if abantu abadala don't approve crystals? What if, ngoba you always tell us that we mustn't put into that is not approved by abantu abadala. Crystals are not beads. Akuwona ama-beads asuke otshengiswe idlozi ukuthi izoku-assista maybe to align or balance abantu abadala, or ukukhona hlampe ukulapheka. There's a healing that those crystals perhaps they are there for, or just a connection with a certain spirit. Okay, so with those beads, crystals, however, are natural stones to assist you in your spiritual growth and also your personal development. Okay, they are there to assist you with the vibration and everything. Sometimes you can have your beads and yonkinto from abantu abadala and still you're not getting the right connection and everything. Maybe it's because you misheard, or you did not use your beads in the right way. So whereas the crystals will be there to enhance your intuition in connecting with abantu abadala, it's also going to be there with the vibration, the energy flow and frequency and everything. It assists you in that. Assist you in manifestation as well. Should it be that you're having a problem in struggling in connecting with your ancestors, but it does not mean there should be a standstill in your life. The crystals will be there to guide you and open up your inner wisdom and guidance. Okay, and assist you spiritually and personally at the same time. So I would like to also emphasize the importance of crystals if you are a spiritually gifted person. And also I would like to talk about ubungoma. I think many people are going through this. Of idlozi lobungoma. You might have idlozi lobungoma, but sometimes it does not mean hambu yotwasa. It does not mean go and initiate for lobungoma and become isangoma. Okay, so that is why many people are sitting at home and saying, I did twasa, I did all the rituals, I did everything, but I'm not working. Yes, I'm being called the sangoma, but I am not working. I am not receiving patients or clients in treating or healing. Okay, Some of the reason it's because, yes, you did have idlozi lobungoma. Maybe they just required cleansing. Maybe funa ukugezwa only, but they did not want you to undergo a process yokuthwasa ukuthi you even initiate uzuphothule. You graduate ukuthi uyisangoma ukhishe ngobungoma. They did not want even all of that. You are a person futhi who can't even do ukugida, ukwazi ngisho ukugida, because it's not in you. Okay, so I'm gonna talk about that as well, because ishaya abantu abaningi, that is where all these scams, abanye abantu, where they go and scam people because they're saying, yes, I am isangoma, I know nginedlozi ngithwasile and everything, I want people to come forward. Agcina umuntu esescam abantu just because they want patients and clients to come over, whereas lo mngoma onaye wena, he's not there. Akayena umngoma obekufanele athi lapha abantu and everything. Maybe befuna ukuyidlela igobongo ahlambululeke, maybe bekhona icala kade nalo abefuna ukuthi umlekelele kulona. That's it. So today I'm going to talk about all of those things. Okay, let's talk about curses, the different types of curses. Okay, let's just group them. Okay, in order for you to understand a bit more. There are generational curses. We're talking about deaths or accidents, family violence, or financial struggles, or relationship problems. Those are categorized under generational curses. Okay, we also have spiritual curses. Okay, into esuke yenziwe. It's done spiritually. It's something that was done, that was sent to you to bring upon that curse in your life. We're talking about suicide. And suicide also fall in generational curses, right? And then let's go to spiritual curses. It also comes in spiritual curses as well, because sometimes it may not be a generational curse, but however, it's a spiritual curse. Okay, and here we have spiritual curses are marriage and divorces. Okay, a pattern of failed marriages and divorces in the family. It can be a spiritual curse as well. And also sibling relationships, where you don't ever get along. Family relationships, failed relationships, conflict in the family. That is a part of a spiritual curses, whereby it's something that was done by someone for that family to be there. And then we have other curses as well. I'll touch a bit on two, talking about health curses, talking about addiction curses, and mental curses, and career curses. Okay, so let's just talk about all of those curses. Firstly, that starts up with generational curses. Okay. When we're talking about generational curses, firstly, let's talk about deaths and accidents, okay? Whereby your family is experiences, okay, when you come to deaths, we're referring to about a lot of things. We're talking about murders too, quite a lot, okay? So I'm just going to group it. That is why I'm saying deaths and accidents. Where a pattern of deaths or accidents in your family can be a sign of generational curses. Maybe, for example, where multiple members have died in a car accident, okay? That is a sign, it can be a sign of a generational curse, where you find a family members of 10 or 5 or 4 or 15 or ever, they die, all of them instantly in a car accident, okay? Some of those are generational curses. And whereby you find a family where the house get burnt. It just burn, the house goes in flames and burns, and everybody burns in the house. Okay, the entire family, they die. Okay, that can be a generational curse as well. And when you're getting also those sudden illnesses where someone gets sick today and tomorrow they die without any explanation, it's a pattern in your family. It's the pattern in your family. That is a generational curse as well. Okay, and then when you get murders, traumatic murders where your family members is murdered, someone has been stabbed. There's a series of patterns in your home, in your family, where people get stabbed or get shot and everything. Maybe each and every year, or particularly some months, you get injuries, murders and all of those things. Okay, that can be a generational curse. Okay. It can be a generational curse. It's something that was not fixed. Okay. So in terms of generational curses like this, and when it comes to deaths and accidents, you get so many people who do not understand what is the cause of this and what is the, and everything. You need to understand the core. Okay. What is the cause? Because, when something is a pattern, repeatedly every year or every 5 years or every 10 years, there's, a very same thing that happens in a family, a very same death, a very same accident, repeatedly. You need to understand that it is a generational curse. Then it means it happened a long time ago and it was never stopped. Okay. It was never cleansed for it not to happen again. So it becomes a curse that you need to focus on. And also, when we're talking about deaths and accidents, also we can talk about miscarriages, okay, where people are not giving birth. You do get pregnant, you do fall pregnant. Whether yourself, you're a female, you do fall pregnant. However, you always have a miscarriage. Whether it's the male, your partner will fall pregnant, but the child will never leave. Okay, the child, your partner will have a miscarriage. So those are some of a generational curse as well. It means something that happened in the past that caused that. There might be an ancestor who had that problem that is repeatedly now making it to be a curse in your family. Also, another thing that comes through generational curses, it's family violence. Family violence, nilwa, a pattern of violence and aggression within a family, okay, can be a sign of a generational curse. For example, a family where multiple members have been involved in a physical, fight or domestic violence. Nibaningi in the family, nihlale nilwa, noma nahlala phansi nje, you forever fighting. Thatha amabhodlela niyakwazana, niyashayana, niyakinyana, and all of those things. Anikwazi nje ukuhlala ndawonye. Each and every gathering, there'll forever be in a situation like that. That is a sign of a generational curse as well. Family violence. Okay? Kwabakhona maybe gogo nobumkhulu in the olden days, abalwa baze kwaze kwagcine kuyinto baze beshona bengezange baze bayisolte out. Ngithi nyabo. So it becomes a generational curse, that family violence. Okay? There's nothing that is so disturbing that people are forever fighting for minor things. They don't even get along. Okay, that is family violence. It's a curse as well. And financial struggles. I think most people understand that the generational curse of financial struggles, where financial struggles or poverty in the family, for example, where multiple members have struggles with debts, so much of debts. Many people in the family are struggling with that. There's no growth in the family. There's no employment. If there is employment, it's unstable. They're not finding stable employment. So that is part of financial struggles, which is a generational curse as well. I think most of you are aware of that one. And then we're going to relationship problems. Okay. We're talking about relationship problems. It as a sign as a generational curse. It's a pattern of relationship problems. Okay. It's either with a partner or with family. Conflicts with family can be a sign of generational curses, whereby maybe you're not able to keep a relationship, to a point that you're saying, hey, I don't even want to be in a relationship anymore because this thing just doesn't work for me. I do get into a relationship, but however, we never have a good relationship with this person. Or you'll have a series of cheating in that way. You are a person who will forever be in a relationship, and your partner, each and every person you have dated, they cheat on you. 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 And they're not even ashamed of that. This is a generational curse. Okay. That is a generational curse whereby you're never having any stable relationship, happy relationship, healthy relationship. That is part of a generational curse. Okay. Also, when you're having problems like divorce, okay, it also falls in the generational curses as well. Marriages and divorce, it's a pattern of failed marriages or divorce in the family can be a sign of a generational curse. When a lot of people, family members, experience divorce and difficulties in maintaining a healthy relationship. Nizenhlale phansi ethi ayi thina nje ngathi sabulawa la ekhaya. Asinawo nje imshado esile, imshado yethu ayilast, imshado yethu injani. Or you end up uyalobolwa but nothing goes through. Nonke it's a pattern ukuthi nigcina ngokulotsholwa but ayikho into egcina ibe forward. Or abantu besilisa bagcine beyolobola but igcine ingasenzekile lutho. Yabo? That is part of a generational curse. It also goes as well with spiritual curses ngoba sometimes kuyenziwe kube yinto eyenziwe abantu, okay? So those are relationship problems that also goes under generational curse. Now let's talk about spiritual causes. La usukuthakathiwe khona ukuthi ube cursed, umuntu akukhese nje, umuntu akuzonde nje akukhese whatever lensuke niyibanga. A spiritual cause, something that is caused by, a spiritual curse, something that is caused by someone for you to go through that curse, okay? We're talking about suicides also fall in this. Some suicides are not generational, but however, it's something that has been done or made into eyenziwe umuntu edala lo mkhokha lo, and then asethi ngifuna abantu balana bonke bazibulale. Okay, so you have a series of suicides in your family and you think it's a generational curse. You try and work on the generational curse, whereas it's a spiritual curse. Someone did that to your family. So you need to understand. That is why I'm saying you need to understand the core of your curse. How did it start? Okay, so you need to tell a difference. Is it a generational curse where it has to do with my family lineage and ancestors and everything, or is it a spiritual curse where it's done by someone? Okay, and then marriage and divorce is also come under spiritual curses, because kunabantu who get jealous and everything. Hey, labantu they always izinto zabo ziyabahambela kahle kuleya mndeni, kuyashadwa yonke izinto ingane zakhona zishadwa zisancane, that and that umona nje wabantu. The mentality of a person who's jealous will forever be negative, okay? And then agcine senifaka a curse. They put a curse on you, spiritual curse on you, that no one must get married in this family. There must be divorces in this family. Whoever is married, they must all divorce, okay? Whoever lojoliwe ohamba wayolobola, let it end there and doesn't continue. It can be a spiritual curse as well. And looking at sibling relationship, okay? Amanye it's a generational curse, okay? Amanye it's a spiritual curse. Into yenziwe umuntu la emdenini niyashayana anizwani and all of those things. And the most important thing is that you never get along. You never get along. Or is it that you can't even stand each other for at least 5 minutes or 10 minutes? Family gatherings, all of you don't get along. You only pretending, nje akuzwanwa kulomndeni, kusukela komalume bakhona, kusuke kuze kuye ko auntie bakhona, yingane zakhona, bazukulu bakhona, akuzwana nje. It's a very cold family. Bekunama events khona, kuhlala ngamaqoqo, abanye bahlala emakameleni, abanye bahlala esibayeni, abanye bahlala eminyango, abanye they can't like sit together as a family. Yabona? Abakwazi ukuthi abanye bazi ba prefer kuyi event kubo but ahlale ka next door, bahlale ka next door, badlela ka next door, kunomsebenzi kubo kodwa udlela ka next door uhleli kubo ngoba they can't stand to sit with their family. Some of that are spiritual curses, into yenziwe ukuthi umndeni wenu uhlakazeke uphele ungabusaphinde uzwane. So it's something that ekufanele uyibheke ukuthi ipattern yakhona ikanjani, iqalephi lento le yokuthi singazwani siwumndeni. Okay, ubona umonaliselwa nje abantu abadala, uyingane uzomaneliselwa uanti wakho or umalume wakho or umamncane noma umamkhulu wakho without even understanding what it is that I did to these people. There's many reasons that make a relationship that don't get along, whereby mostly siblings, as siblings you don't even get along. You don't even know why, but you don't get along. You don't text, you don't check on each other, you don't bother, you can't just, you live a normal life, not even knowing where your other sibling is. Some of those are spiritual curses, okay? And then comes to romantic relationships. Some of those can be spiritual curses as well, where there's a pattern of failed and unstable relationships. See, some, as I mentioned in the generational curse, it also falls under spiritual because it can be into futhi eyenziwe umuntu ukuthi wena ungabi nje nama relationships. Okay, it can be a sign of spiritual where now you always having difficulties in maintaining a healthy relationship. Okay, and nje ube with an experienced string of failed relationship. Inqaba nje wena abantu abazwana nawe. Umuntu uzozwana nawe manje, then they ghost you. You don't even understand when Zen and everything, they just ghost you. That is a sign of a spiritual curse. Okay. Umuntu ungazi nokuthi kwenzakaleni kade ni right namhlanje, the following day usiya ghost. Ghost omunye kade senihlale months or a year, then suddenly avele ghost. Yabo. So those parts of a spiritual curse. I'm just naming a few, but there's quite a lot out there. I'm a spiritual curses, but angisavuzama nje kunifundisa about a few. And also there are other curses which include health issues. Yabo, kube ne pattern nje emndenini ezoba ne chronic illness. Kube nabantu nje abantekenteke like nje nintekenteke niyagula enigulise mhlambe into eyodwa, hey sonke sinenkinga yedolo, yonke leyo nto leyo mhlambe la ekhaya kunama series of illnesses such as cancer, la ekhaya kushona ngecancer or stroke or whatever chronic illness that it is, but sekuyi pattern with like high and nishona ngaleyo ndlela. That is a health curse. And it can be generational and also it can be spiritual. Another curse as well, that people are not paying attention to it, but mostly it's a curse. Addictions. Addictions. Okay. It can be alcohol or substance abuse. Okay, that amanye kusuke kwi spiritual curse, amanye kusuke kwi generational curse. Okay, la ama members nje kwi family banalokho banamkinga yama addictions, nenkinga ye alcohol abuse or substance abuse. Azahlale phansi mhlawumbe umzali lapho noma ugogo lapho athi hey ngathi sabulawa kulomndeni, hey azidakwa izingane zala ekhaya, kudakwa kusukela kubaba wakhona kuyo komalume wakhona kuyo kobaba omncane kwakhona, kudakwa kwasani la ekhaya kuze kudakwe ngisho abazukulu. Nkosi yami sikhali salikwazi. It's a generational curse or it's a spiritual curse. Bona umndeni awukho aware, abantu bayenjoyela nje alcohol, they're having a good time. Uzombona umuntu uthi ayingeke useyashintsha manje lo muntu, aze sikhulume mhlawumbe isalukwazi khona isalukwazi ezikhulumelayo athi usuzoba isibotho, awuyibuka ukuthi usunjani. Look at yourself, unjani bunje, uthi umncane usunempunga, ushiso utshwala, ugugile ebusweni. Kunabantu abadala, I will just tell it as it is. So ezinye izinto lezo uthola wena you're not seeing a problem, uthi awugogo nesicefe Roma unesicefe, but you actually going through a curse. Yabo, it's a curse. Maybe into yenza umuntu spiritual curse or it's a generational curse. Kudakwe nje la ekhaya, kudliwa ama drugs kunjani, ahanjiswa umuntu ayiswe rehab, afika undergo iprocess yase rehab, athe buya ayiphindelele aqale phansi. Omunye asuke khona erehab abaleke aqhubekele futhi nento yakhe, nize nimdube nithi hayi sesidelile ngaye, nimdube azashone futhi eyidakelwa nje Nkosi yami. Most of those are curses. Okay, and then we come to mental issues. Some of curse abantu abangayinaki at all, and iyayibulala imndeni eminingi. Where there's a pattern of my issues, mental issues, emotional struggles. Yabona? La abantu abaningi emndenini bahlale be strugglisha through anxiety, depression, mental issues. Kuyaziwa nje la ekhaya ukuthi hayi kuhlale kukhona umuntu ozogula ngekhanda. Yabo, kugula ngekhanda kuze kube into eyinormal. Uthi thina la ekhaya siyazi after unyaka ongaka kuba khona nje ozogula ngekhanda, or umzukulu wesi4 or umzukulu wesibani kuba khona nje osegula ngekhanda. Sezwa naqala ukuthi kwakuskip ama generation kuzongena. Yabona, bazabasha abantu babe free uthi hayi sake sezwe ngomkhulu kudala ukuthi hawu nakudala kwakade kukhona bani kuskip ama generations. Ikhesi le Ikese kufanele nivale. Akufanele, don't be okay with the situation that you're not supposed to be okay with, because there is a curse. You can't be okay ukuthi kuthiwa there are mental problems like hi. Kuhlale kuba khona umuntu ozohlanya ngesikhathi esiwukuthi it dependent noma ngabe ubani, no matter what age that person is, suddenly avela suke nje ahanjelwa ingqondo. That is not normal, bantwana bendlozi. And for the fact ukuthi azathi umuntu asiyazi, we heard ukuthi it skips generations. Mase beba okay abantu. No, stop the curse. Stop it from happening, because ungabona wena ngathi ayik affect mase affecta abantwana bakho bona ngoba phela njengoba kuthiwa it skips generation. It's a generational curse. Or it can be a spiritual curse as well. Ukuthi into eyenziwe ukuthi kulomndeni nina nihlanye nje ngamakhanda, nihlale ni depressed, nihlale ni go through an anxiety and all of those things. Nibe nama struggles nje. Yazi ukuhlale phansi ungayi understand yini lengifrazayo kangaka. Uhlala unosizi ne mental thinking yakho, uhlala ucabanga izinto ezinegative, uzibukela phansi, you looking down on yourself, you don't see any positivity in your life. Remember, you have to think positive and talk positive in order for you to attract izinto ezinhle in your life. Okay, so uzohlala depressed, awazi ukuthi depressed yini. Nonke emndenini nize nihlangane ngosiza kodwa Nkosi yami thina kwenzakalani like